Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, October the 4th, 2021, and today is my 2-year FlossTubiversary. Yay! Maybe I can figure out how to do the little, I don't know, some confetti or some, you know, toot-toot-toot, some kind of little thing to put in, but... So, I can't believe that today is 2 years since I made my first floss tube. So, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that. I didn't stitch it all yesterday, and so I only have a little bit of fabric that I dyed. I'm going to talk about the giveaways that I'm going to do for the anniversary celebration. And I just want to talk about how much you all mean to me. So, if you are new here, my name is Shelly. This is my channel, Proverbs 31:22, and this is where I share about my cross-stitching and quilting. So, I welcome everyone in, and I'm still not used to having to look over to the side for the camera. I'm used to looking in my own eyes when I'm filming on my computer, but the iPad is not like that, so yeah. Okay, so the quilt on the wall behind me, that is the 2020 Moda Stitch Pink quilt. I have been seeing, you know, people, not people, but them, you know, they release the pattern ahead of when the stitch along is, which is the month of October, of course, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, I had seen, you know, kept seeing posts about it, and, God, I just loved it. I just couldn't stop thinking about it, honestly. And so, I went online to a Etsy shop and ordered the kits, which was, you know, the Moda grunge fabrics in the background, which is also a Moda grunge, just in white. So I started quilting it, and not quilting it, but I started piecing it, and I found that I was like short on, you know, many of the fabrics, and so I ended up having to order another like a fat quarter bundle from Fat Quarter Shop with the pink and the red grunges. So, you know, I didn't at first do anything about it with that shop, and then I eventually said, you know what, I paid a lot of money for this kit, and, you know, for it to be short on everything, and I've had to buy more fabric, even though I've been like, you know, I was, you know, not making mistakes cutting. I was not being wasteful when cutting. I was using every square scrap of it that I could. And so I did leave them I don't remember what star review, but it was less than 5 on Etsy. And so they reached out to me, you know, and said that, you know, their reviews were, you know, the lifeline of their company, that Etsy takes bad reviews seriously. And so, you know, she sort of asked me what was going on, and, you know, I told her, you know, I had measured, like, some of the pieces before I started cutting, and the measurements that Moda had given for what was required did not match what I had. And so, you know, after measuring 3 or 4, it was like, you know, they're all just going to be short. And so I let her know that, and she did say that Moda had revised the cutting requirements, the fabric requirements. She also said that, you know, after she investigated, once she looked at, like, when my order was shipped, she realized that she had some, I don't know, volunteers or friends that were working for her while she was out of town, and they accidentally grabbed, like, she was setting aside, I guess, ends of cuts for her own kit, and so they grabbed that for my kit. And so You know, I really didn't need replacement or extra fabric because I'd already ordered the Fat Quarter bundle from Fat Quarter Shop. So I was good with, you know, what I had. So anyway, they ended up refunding my full purchase amount, you know, which I was like, you don't need to do that. You know, I mean, I've got, you know, I got almost everything that I needed. It's just everything was short. And she, you know, she said, no, I'm going to refund it all. And so, yeah, the quilt on the wall behind me ended up costing me maybe $30, I think, for the Fat Quarter bundle. And so it's beautiful. I love it. I can't wait to get to, you know, be able to sandwich it and start quilting it. I love grunge fabrics. And so when I was thinking about, you know, what I needed to put on the wall behind me, it was like, oh, yes, it's October. So I'm pretty sure we're going to look at this for the whole month of October. So at least it's really pretty to look at, in my opinion. Okay, so that was a long, long intro. So like I said, I didn't stitch last night. I finished my vlog series yesterday around 5 o'clock. I had to cook, and then I did go ahead and dye fabrics for the upcoming EMABC sale letters. And so when I got done with that, I was just sort of worn out, and I didn't feel like stitching, so I didn't stitch. But I ended up doing 2 pieces of fabric. I did, you know, I was only going to dye 1 piece for the letters G and H, and that is this piece. And, you know, I didn't really have a whole lot in mind as far as what I wanted. I wanted the blue background, and I guess the other colors, the other color, I did evening blue for the blue, and then cherry red for the over dye. And so I guess I didn't like it for, you know, what I needed it for. I really don't like this side. It's got some splotching, but this side looks a little bit better. It still has a little bit, but I think it overall blends in with the whole fabric. I love the fabric, and I will use it for another month of 2 letters, but just not this month. And so I went back to the drawing board, and I did some tan and some Kelly green. And this is what I ended up with. So I did a initial dye of tan, and then I came back and over dyed it with the Kelly green. And it also has some splotching on this side, but this one looks like a little heart, so I kind of like that. So this is the one that I will start stitching on today. So that's all I've got to share stitching wise. So this is my first video of this week's vlog series. And so I'm going to show you what the giveaways are, but I won't tell you how to enter the giveaways until the end, because I want you to watch my whole video so you can see what I'm stitching on later in the week. So I picked out 2 little kits that I had in my my stash for little Christmas ornaments. And so these will be 2 giveaways. And then since I haven't been able to sell my project bags like I want to, I'm just going to go ahead and give them away. So I'm giving away the 2 string ones that I have left. And so each one of those will be a giveaway as well. So like I said, stay tuned to the end, and I will give you information on how to enter those giveaways. So I just kind of wanted to talk about, you know, since this is my 2nd anniversary doing FlossTube, talk about what it's meant to be. And I'm probably going to get kind of teary-eyed. I've been kind of emotional this morning already. And so just bear with me. You know, I started this channel, let me back up. So I cross-stitched a long time ago, like when I was in my 20s, when I was first married, early 20s. I felt like it sort of affected my eyesight, And so I kind of put it down and then picked up quilting. And so in the quilting world, I started, I was watching Fat Quarter Shop's live streams already. And Kimberly over at Fat Quarter Shop, she came back to cross stitch in probably early 2019. I didn't really jump on the bandwagon at first, but when I started seeing finishing that was done by Priscilla Blaine of the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, I really got, it really pulled me in. And so I started stitching again in, I think, May of 2019. I didn't participate in Mania that year. I didn't even know what Mania was, really. And so, I, stitched for, let's see, May, June, July, August, September, October. So about 6 months into my stitching is when I started doing floss tubes. And, I've discovered floss tubes just from Kimberly, mentioning the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. So I started watching them. And then, of course, YouTube was making suggestions. And so I started watching Stitch Roadie. I started watching Christine over at Stitch All the Things. And I just felt like I wanted to do it too. Like, I wanted to have a record of my stitching that, hopefully will be there for my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids, just to see the things that, their mom and grandmom made. And so that was sort of my motivation. Also, sort of motivating in that, if I'm going to do these videos, I need to have stuff to show. Even though I don't have anything cross-stitch to show today. But, I've been showing a lot of stuff lately, so that I'm for real. And that, it helps me to motivate myself to get things done. So that was my motivation for starting it. I never dreamed that I would have, any more than, 5 or 10 subscribers. I'm in the 400s, which, comparatively is not a lot. But considering the fact that there are, so many people doing floss tubes and so many, starting all the time. I saw someone who, on Instagram that I follow, Our Daily Stitches, she just did her first floss tube. So it's an ever-growing phenomenon. And I'm just thankful that those of you who are here and, do follow me on a regular basis, it means so much to me. I feel like even the people that I don't know in real life, I feel like you're all my friends. I wish that we could get together and meet in person, All of the floss tubers that I watch, I feel like they're my friends. I can't say that I've really felt that way before about any community that I've been a part of. I've been taking part in groups online when I was homeschooling. And, we helped each other and, wrote back and forth with, questions and solutions and stuff. But I've never really been a part of anything that I felt like I knew the people that were on the other side of the screen, whether it be my viewers or ones that I am viewing. So it's just meant a whole lot. It's meant a lot to me to have your thoughts and prayers as I've gone through a lot in the last couple of years with working, medical field during the pandemic, to losing my job and being unemployed, to losing my dad, and then now going through the health things that I'm going through. Knowing that I have you all behind me means so much. You just don't know. So, even though today is a happy day, because I've made it 2 years of doing FlossTube, but I'm still doing it, and I'm still stitching. I'm still a little overwhelmed with the emotions of the day and what you all mean to me, what stitching means to me. You know, stitching has helped me so much with pain management, anxiety management, even though at times my, my plans and thoughts and, will cause anxiety. I eventually come back to, just one stitch at a time. And, the process of stitching just brings so much peace and tranquility, quiets my mind. I don't know, though, that stitching would mean quite as much to me if there wasn't this community behind it. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. If you do a FlossTube, you know what I'm talking about, how, it's a lot of work, but it's so rewarding, and just, spreading the joy of stitching, developing relationships with people, learning about everybody, like learning about the ones that you watch, and knowing what they like. And, you're walking down the aisle in a store, and you think of that person like you know them in real life. That's just sort of how it is. It's like this just really awesome community that cares so much and has so much joy in it. I mean, I get joy from watching, a lot of the ones that I watch. I laugh along with you when you say something that only a stitcher would get, I know my husband hears me laughing, and, he wouldn't get it any kind of way, but I get it, when you say something about, counting is hard, or, I just had to have this pattern, or, even though I have, hundreds already, I just had to have this one. So I'm just very thankful. I'm thankful that you all are there on the other side of this camera, and that you bless me with comments. You bless me with your prayers and your well wishes. You just bless me with sharing the love of cross stitch and stitching. So thank you, every one of you. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And if you're subscribed to me, it doesn't mean you have to watch every video that I do. It just helps to grow my channel, that will then broaden, my reach of reaching people. So I hope you all have a good day. I need to go get a Kleenex. So, yeah, remember me. Yeah, this video will be past, but, my appointment will be past by the time this video goes up, but, I have my appointment tomorrow. So I probably won't film a vlog tomorrow. I may. It may just be, life update. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and what it's going to, I don't know, the Pandora's box that it could potentially open, as far as, testing and all that kind of not fun stuff. So, I appreciate all of you who are praying for me. I wonder if we can count how many times I've said, I appreciate you, or I'm so thankful for you, but, that's what I wanted today's video to be about. Maybe it was a good thing that I didn't stitch anything yesterday, because I really needed to just tell you, what's on my heart on this day of, 2 years of doing FlossTube. So, I'll come back with a stitching update later in the week on this video, and I will give you information on the giveaways, and so I will see you all then. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Today is Tuesday, October the 5th, and I'm back to give an update. I just got home from my doctor's appointment at Vanderbilt, and it went well. So, a couple of thoughts that I have just on the whole process. Took forever to find a parking spot, so I know that I need to. I mean, I was early for my appointment, thank God. So I just need to make sure that I'm always early, like by half an hour, to allow for parking time. So another thought that I have is, I've had this thought, these questions come up whenever I've gone to other medical facilities, offices that run efficiently and smoothly, and the people there, they're busy, but they're not harried. They're not doing 15 million things at once. I always wonder, what do those systems, those managers do differently that the places that I've worked at 3 different clinics, healthcare wise, and they were all, it was always multiple things going on in that person's world at once. Like the girl that checked us in today, all she was doing was checking in patients. She wasn't answering phones. She wasn't doing medical records. She was simply checking people in. And so we got to the clinic and checked in. My appointment was at 11. We probably checked in around 10:40 or so, and we were out of there by 11:30. So that's how, I didn't even have a time to finish filling out the papers that they gave me before the nurse was calling me back. And then I took them to the room, and I was still filling them out when the nurse practitioner came in for the appointment. So, very, very pleased with that part of it. She was very nice. Of course, this was just seeing a urologist, so it wasn't like it's been at the rheumatologist lately where it's like a billion things coming at you at once. So this was just pretty straightforward. I looked back in my medical records this morning and pulled some things out. So I've had this problem, this test finding of the microscopic hematuria before. And so I went back and looked in my records and saw that it was in 2015, the first time that this came up. And it was about the same amount. Like it's 4 red blood cells, 4 to 5 is what I have. And I had 5 back then. So she said that, I'm low risk for this being cancer, but we still have to check and see. She said it could be asymptomatic kidney stones causing it, or it could be just this is my baseline. This is how my urine is. So I go back on the 25th of this month to get a CT urogram with contrast, checking bladder and kidneys. And then after that's done, I go back to the office and have a cystoscope. She was like, that's done in the office and you're awake for it. I was like, can you please put me to sleep? Because I don't want to be awake for it. I knew that was coming and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it, So anyway, I thought that was, that was good news. I mean, I don't know, and I could just be trying to grasp at straws with this, but it seems to me like if this problem has been going on since 2015, if it was cancer, it seems like by now it would have started manifesting other stuff, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, I'm just wishful thinking, but anyway, I thank you all for your prayers, and please continue them, and we'll see what happens on the 25th. So, what did I stitch on yesterday? So, on Mondays, I stitch on my Shabby Advent Calendar. And this is an Italian designer. I really love her designs, but her patterns really leave a lot to be desired. Like, I have mine scanned into my tablet, and it's not very good quality. I mean, the pattern itself is not that great. I mean, it's okay, but just okay. So anyway, I'm working on number 3, day number 3, and I am in reverse order, so I've only got 2 and 1 left. And the manger, I'll do the manger sometime after Christmas, more than likely. So I would have had more than this done, because I've already, you know, like, started this part, the house, and I started it just like I did here, and then when I got across over here, I realized that I was off. And I thought that I could just fudge it. Like, I had an extra stitch down here. And so I thought I could just fudge it and put an extra stitch along the outer edge here. But when I got up to here to the window curve, that didn't work. So I had to frog it. But I frogged it and I got all of that put back in. So I'm pretty much where I was before yesterday. So, this is stitched on 18 count natural star fabric. Hobby Lobby calls it linen. It's Aida. It's got, you know, I mean, it's just Aida. I don't know if you can see, but it's definitely Aida. But it's got that little sparkle in it. So I stitched on that, and then I was starting to stitch on the EMABC Sal. I was going to stitch on that first. Like, I started stitching some yesterday afternoon before supper. And I realized that I hadn't pulled my threads. I dyed my fabric, but I hadn't pulled my threads yet. So I did go through and pulled some threads. And so this pattern, this letter in the pattern, it pretty much called for colors in the brown family, cream family, and then 1 green. And so I just didn't want to do just that. So I like to do a little something different on the borders and the letters. So I picked these 3 colors, 2 Classic Colorworks and 1 Victorian Motto. You know, got to throw my little purple and pink in, right? And so I didn't quite meet my goal of what I wanted to get done yesterday, but I had to pull threads, you know, and that took a little while. So, but this is what I got done. So I think I went a little bit over on the bottom border as far as where I had divided into 3. But the goose that's on there, there's a lot of the specialty stitches that are on that, and I usually save them till last. So, you know, anyway, that's what I got done. And I will definitely, I'm not worried about, like, I'm not going to finish it over today and tomorrow. I will definitely finish it. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, as they say. So, I really like the colors on the border. And so, there's actually one more color. Like this color I will use on the one set of letters that's a different color on every pattern. I had to pull this off of the card, just because it was kind of tangled up. But this color right here that I used in the border is probably my all-time favorite color floss, which is Classic Colorworks Pickled Beets. And I absolutely love this color. I love the variegation in it. I just love everything about it. So that's what I'm using the darker color in the border. So I think I'm pretty happy with my color choices. I like them. So that's all I've got for you today. And my daughter Kimberly came with us and came with me. Sorry, she came with me today, and they have been waiting for their one of their female Rottweilers to deliver puppies, and so Kim had been up since like 2 o'clock because they knew that she was going into labor anytime. So anyway, I stopped when I dropped Kim off. I got out and looked at the puppies. They have two of them died, and then there's 12 alive. So, and they're not sure if she's finished or not. So, and a couple of them were kind of iffy on whether or not they were gonna, they were kind of lethargic and they couldn't get them to nurse. So that count may end up going down, but they're so cute. Oh my goodness. So anyway, that's what's going on in my world, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, everyone. Today is Friday, October the 8th, and I'm here to just show you a few things that I've stitched the last couple of days. I don't know, my stitching's been a little off the last few days, so anyway, I did finish my letter G for the EMABC SAL. And so this is my little goose with the Greek stitch. So this one was pretty easy as far as a specialty stitch, but in the specialty stitches here on the goose's back and then in the grass. I do think that, like, the instructions said that she stitched it from left to right, but I get lazy, and so when I go left to right and then I get over here, then I want to just go back this way. And so the ones that are going left to right look better. It makes, all the, like, the first leg of that go the same direction. And so, but anyway, I mean, grass and did I call it a duck? It's a goose. I don't know if I called it a duck, but anyway. Their feathers are inconsistent. Grass is inconsistent, so I'm going with it. I'm not frogging it or anything. So these are a lot of fun to do. I'm happy with the colors that I chose, and I think it looks super cute. So that is 791 stitches in this. So far for the month of October, I've got 1,596. So I didn't start on Elizabeth until last night. I think I was supposed to start on her day before yesterday. Yes, I was supposed to, no. I don't know. I was doing, I think EMABC was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, okay. I don't know. I think maybe what it was is that I stitched on Elizabeth last night, and she was supposed to be, that was the first day I was supposed to stitch on her. But I also had to finish up on this because I didn't get it done by Wednesday. That's what's discombobulating me. So anyway, last night I worked on this little part right here. I didn't get a whole lot done. I may have to put more days into it. I don't know. I am planning to put a lot of stitches in this. Like this around 1 o'clock right now. I think I'm going to get off of here in a minute, and then I'm going to work on this. So I guess it'd be nice if I showed you the chart, right? Since this is the first time I'm showing this on the vlog. So this is Hands Across the Sea, Elizabeth Weston. And I'm using the call for DMCs. 1 strand over 2 threads on 36 count linen that Devin at Strawberry Lane on Etsy hand dyed for me specifically for this piece. So, I was going to say something. Oh, I was going to say that I don't know if y'all watch 911 Stitcher, Stacy, but she has a Facebook group. And I don't know if she does this every month. I think maybe she does. But quite frequently she'll have, you know, little giveaways. And basically she wants you to answer a question and then post something, your starting point on something, a whip. It doesn't have to be a new start, just a starting point on a whip. And then, like on the Friday, and then by Sunday, the end of Sunday, you have to post what you got done. And so I'm planning on using Elizabeth for that. I mean, I was stitching on her this weekend anyway. So I just wanted to get a little bit further last night, and I didn't because I was finishing up EM. So I love her. I love this. I love this. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that's all I've done. Nathan is supposed to come spend the night tonight. He called us last night. We're refinancing our car. And, you know, this just occurred to me yesterday when I was going online to make a payment and I saw the rate that, you know, it was financed at. Well, since we financed it, we paid off a lot of other debts, and so our credit score is going way up. So I was like, you know, I think we could probably get a better rate. And so I went to Lending Tree and opened an account there and put in the information. And, you know, the last step, they want your telephone number. And I'm like, oh, no. So, I mean, I put my telephone number and I clicked submit. And as soon as I hit submit, my phone started ringing. So it had been ringing off the hook all day yesterday afternoon. And so Nathan called and I was like, oh, another phone call. And my husband's like, it's Nathan Broyles. It's like, oh, okay, answer it. But anyway, we answer the phone and, you know, he's asking if he can come spend the night tonight. And oh my God, y'all, he sounds like a man. I can't deal with it. Oh my goodness, I don't know what happened to all the years. Like I look at my girls, you know, 134, one about to turn 31, and then Nathan 13, and, you know, looks like he's a senior in high school. Malachi about to turn 9. It's just, I don't know. And, you know, since I've said this before, like losing both of my parents. My mom's been gone almost 26 years. It'll be 26 years on the 26th of this month. She died when Lakin had just turned 5. And Kim was 8. So, you know, she's been gone a long time. Do you get used to it? No. But something about losing your second parents, it just makes me feel so lost. And then when I look at my grandkids and how big they are and how fast the time is going and how, oh God, I didn't mean to go off on all this, but you know, y'all know, if you're new here, you don't know, but if you've been around a while, you know, I try to keep it real. I think it's, I don't know, I think it's important to be able to say when we're struggling. I think it's important to be able to get all of this out. I've really been really thinking a lot about not restarting, I don't know what you call it, like refocusing on my blog, because I have a lot, a lot of thoughts, and I think it helps to get all those thoughts out. I would like to do like book reviews, things like that. I just wish that I could feel good for more than a couple of hours at a time. Like if I could feel good physically for a couple of hours, more than a couple of hours, I feel like I could do anything, but it's just such a struggle. And that's some of the stuff that I would like to, blog about, just to help people know that they're not alone, and to help me, process all of this. So anyway, I went through all of that just to say that, attached to Nathan coming spending the night. So we're not going to really have a whole lot going on this weekend. I don't know if Mal's going to come. His birthday's Saturday. He initially said he wanted to come, and I was like, it's your birthday. You sure you want to come and spend it at our house? And he said, I'll think about it. So he may end up coming over tomorrow. But I'm going to have to pick up Nathan from his basketball practice later. And then other than that, I'm just going to be stitching. I'm just, like, I didn't cook last night. I didn't eat lunch until almost 3 o'clock yesterday. And I went and got a massage, and it was so good. I fell asleep. I woke myself up like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, on the table. I just was really tired, I guess. But I didn't cook last night. I don't even know what my husband ate. He just kind of picked. I had a pork loin that I was going to cook last night, and then I was going to, cook it tonight, and then now we just have leftover spaghetti. I'm just going to heat that, and I'm cooking white beans, and so tomorrow we'll have the white beans and the pork loin. I'm just tired. I don't know. I've been staying up late, sleeping kind of not really late-ish, and so I'm kind of dragging. So honestly, I could take a nap right now. I'm going to let y'all go. I'll probably come back either tomorrow or Sunday, probably Sunday, and do the closeout on this vlog, and, tell you what you need to do to be entered into the giveaways that I talked about earlier on here. So I love you guys, and I will see you in a few days. Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, October the 11th, and I am here to close out the week of this vlog. I apologize that I did not get to this over the weekend. I think I'm not going to film on the weekends at all. We're just busy with, the grandkids over and stuff, and it's not conducive to being able to record. So anyway, I'm back today to close out, and we're going to do the giveaway. Going to give you the information on what you need to do to enter that, and then I'm going to show you one whip that I've worked on since last time, and talk about some plans, a little bit on what I'm reading and watching, and hang on, let's see. I just remembered I started watching something yesterday and I forgot to write it down. Okay, so my whip that I've worked on since the last time I've done a vlog this week is Elizabeth Weston. And I don't remember if I think I showed her. I don't know. I'm just going to show her again. So Elizabeth Weston, Hands Across the Sea. And, oh gosh, I just love her. So I'm working, it's backwards in the video. I'm working on this side, yes. I'm working on this side. So I'm coming down right here on this border, and working across right here till about right in here, I believe. And actually, the page ends about right here, I think. But then it goes down into the back of this bird, so that means that I'm getting close to, you know, working on the birds and stuff. And I don't know, I probably will go across as I get to the next page. I may go across, I may keep going down. I don't know. It might be fun to kind of go down and get to those little motifs down at the bottom with the animals and stuff. I don't know. So stay tuned. The drama abounds. So anyway, this is what I've gotten done on her. I'm not as far along as I want it to be. I'm supposed to work on her only today and tomorrow. I may have to work on her again on Wednesday. You know, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but, you know, it's just a lot of, I don't know. You know, you got to do one color, and then you got to come back in with the second color, and you got to come back in with the third color, and then these leaves take a while. So I did start going across this way. And if you were here, last time I talked about her in another video, I had gotten off count and had to frog, and I knew that when I got, you know, when I got more of this border done and started going over, counting off of the border, that it was going to not be exactly like it's supposed to be in this area. Like these motifs, something's off with them, but I didn't correct them. So this is like one stitch closer to this than it's supposed to be. And I'm okay with that. So from now on, I'm just going to, you know, make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be at from this border, and then start working my way across. So yeah, that's where I'm at with her. Got this pretty flower done. You can barely see this. This is so subtle. It's a really light pink and a light cream. So, yeah, that's what I've got done. She's on 36 count, hand-dyed linen by Devon on Strawberry Lane on Etsy. And I'm stitching 1 over 2 threads with the call for DMCs. I may have already told you guys this, but I don't remember. So that's the only whip. I haven't been putting any stitches in to Owl Forest embroidery like I said I wanted to. I just haven't. So anyway, I've gotten 1,597 stitches in on Elizabeth in the last 4 days, I think. And my total for October so far is 2,993 stitches. So I'll just jump right on the plans. I'm going to work on her until I finish page 12. And then next, I'm going to pull out Newcastle Bouquet to work on. That's just one of my whips that's been languishing in, you know, the whip pile, and I just want to work on her. There's several people that I follow online that are working on her, and it makes me want to work on her too. So once I get Elizabeth page 12 done, I will jump to that, and then I'll stitch on her until through Friday, and then Saturday will be Jessie Watson. Okay, so the giveaways. So I'm going to, first of all, just say that you need to be 18 or older so that you can give me your address without any concerns. You know, please be a subscriber. Like I've said before, subscribing doesn't cost anything to you. You do have to have a YouTube account, which is free. But, you know, I would like this to go to my subscribers. Like the video, and I want you to answer the question below, what is your favorite color? And then you're going to put a number for whichever ones you want to enter. You're welcome to enter more than one giveaway. You will only win one. And so, let's see. Number 1 is the Little Snowman Kit. I mean, it's still, you know, hasn't even been opened. So this is number 1. Number 2 is Santa. Same thing, never been opened. And these are on plastic canvas. I didn't say that before, but you get the 14 count plastic canvas, the floss card, a wire, needle, graph instructions. I think the wire is for finishing it into an ornament. I don't know if you can see that, but right here they have the wire going. So this is number 2. And then number 3 is this bag, which is without the lace on it. It's got this little silver little rose charm. Inside is just white floral material. These are these 2 that I'm giving away on this video. The front is quilted with like a foam interfacing type, a foam, innards. I don't know what else to say. A foam on the front. On the back, they're not quilted, and it just has the backing and the inside lining fabric. They are completely enclosed on the inside, the seams are, and so this is number 3. And then number 4 is the one with the lace, and this one has a pretty gold rose. Same thing, same inner floral material, and same configuration, quilted with foam on the front, and then on the back is just this backing and the inside lining. So that's number 4. So I'm going to draw for these in video 71. So this is 69. So 2 videos from now, I will draw the winners. So what have I been reading and watching? So I've been reading a series, and some of them I read, they're by various authors, and so some of them are better than others, let's just say that. But I've been reading the Sons of Somerset series, and this one is by different authors. They are, you know, full-length novels, not overly long, but they are, I'm not sure if it's Regency period, but it's historical. And the premise of the series is, of course, they're romance novels, but each one starts out with the characters being at a cricket match. And the cricket match is between gentlemen and men who have to work for their living. And so, you know, usually everyone has, you know, a main female character who is pursued by a gentleman and also pursued by a non-gentleman. Usually the non-gentlemen's are more gentlemanly than the gentlemen's are. But the one I'm reading right now, I think it might not be that way, because the main female character is not, she's not of the same, like she's not of the nobility. And so I don't see a nobleman, you know, pursuing her. But it's very interesting because the male character in the one I'm reading right now actually likes the main female character's cousin. And so it's getting interesting because there's some writing of letters and things like that. So, yeah, very interesting. I just got, well, I didn't get completely done with it because the series is not fully written yet. But the other series that I've been reading is Duke's Done Wrong series, and this is by Alexa Aston. The premise of these books is that there's 5 young gentlemen who are like second sons, so they're not in line to inherit their father's title. But something happens in their childhood that causes their fathers to send them away to a school for troubled or in trouble youth. And so usually they're wrongly accused. And then, of course, the dad and the first son die and they inherit their titles. And so, it's not, I wouldn't say it's the best series that I've ever read. But, it makes for light reading. It is, of course, historical fiction as well. All by the same author. So, you get the same style of writing. You get some of the same phrasing, which I really don't care for. But overall, pretty good. I will make a disclaimer that there are intimate scenes described in this books. So if you're not into that, just beware of that. So as far as what I've been watching, I'm still watching Brokenwood Mysteries. I love that show. I love listening to their Kiwi accents. And if you haven't watched it, it's set in New Zealand. There's this older senior detective, 2 younger detectives, and the medical examiner is Russian. And she has a huge crush on the lead investigator. And so, her quirky sense of humor and, her talking about how things were in Russia and stuff like that while she's in talking, the stuff to New Zealanders. It's just funny. So, still been watching that. But I did start watching something else. I pulled up my Masterpiece channel on Prime yesterday. They've recently they're releasing new episodes of Midsummer Murders, so I've been keeping up with that, as well as Grantchester has started again. But I started watching an old one. It's from I want to say 2003. So there's no captions, and they're in are they in Scotland? They might not be in Scotland, but there's a lot of Scottish people on it. And so I really could use the captions. But it's called The Mayor of Castlebridge. And it's not the greatest acting. I've watched 1 and, maybe a 4th episodes. But I'm very not investigated. I'm thinking of Brokenwood Mysteries. I'm very invested in the characters. I want to see what happens to them. One of the characters in there is portrayed by, and I don't remember her name, but she's the actress who portrayed Mrs. Taylor, Miss Taylor, the governess, and Emma. Not in the movie that had Gwyneth Paltrow in it, but the series that had Johnny Lee Miller was the Mr. Knightley, and so it's the governess from that series. Wow, that was really hard to get out. But anyway, I started watching that, and I'm very invested in that. I'm so behind on FlossTubes right now, it's not even funny. I don't know. I have my favorite ones that I watch, religiously. And I'll tell you who they are. And they're in no particular order, just as they come to my mind. Rachel Q. Stitches. Melly Ellie Stitches, Black Ribbon Stitch Studio, Niecy Lynn, and it seems like there's one more that when it pops up, I watch it immediately. Of course, Fat Quarter Shop. So those are the ones that I watch religiously. That's the only ones that come to mind right now for sure that, you know, Cheryl over at Happy Handcraft Studio. I watch her for sure whenever I see her pop up. So the other ones, I just kind of have to, I don't know. I don't know if I need to start doing a rotation. There's more that I want to watch. Ever-growing number of ones that I want to watch. And so, and I do watch them on high speed, but I don't know. I just can't keep up. So anyway, I don't think I have anybody to shout out as far as floss tubes go other than the ones that I just mentioned. And I've talked about my plans already. So as far as videos go, I'm going to close this series out today. I don't know if I'll do another video after I stitch today, or if I'll just wait and start the next series tomorrow, and it'll go Tuesday through Friday. And then going forward, I really, take this with a grain of salt, because every time I decide what I'm going to do format-wise or schedule-wise, it just never works out. And a lot of it just depends on how I feel health-wise. And so my current plan, because of the fact that I have family, my grandson's over on the weekends, usually every weekend lately, which we love, absolutely adore having them here. But, Monday through Friday is going to work better for me. And so, because I find myself like saying, okay, I'm going to come back this weekend, and finish this out, and then I don't. Or if I do, it's like, it's a chore, Like yesterday I said, oh, I got to do that video. I didn't even get out of my pajamas all day yesterday, and so I don't want it to feel that way. So I'm going to do Monday through Friday for now. Life always changes, situations, circumstances, so that's where it stands right now. So anyway, if you've borne with me this whole time, I congratulate you. You win the Patience of the Year award. I don't know. I'm just making it up. But anyway, I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for hanging in. Make sure you tell me your favorite color and which giveaways you would like to be entered in below. And I will see you guys next time. And I hope you have a good week of stitching ahead. Bye.